Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn on notifications. That way you see when I've posted updates and when I have uploaded. I appreciate your support very much. Thank you. So today I'm going to do some deer nails. So for my nail tips here, I have applied a white base all through, and then for just the top part, I have added LA Colors in Fairy Tale IRL, and for the bottom half I have used Sally Hansen Insta-Dry, the Ring Pop collection in Smellin' Like Summer. Okay, first I'm going to use plate M373 from Minology, and I want this image here as a background and this image here. So I'm going to pick both of those up. I will be reverse stamping. I will pick these up in Minology's Acorn B498. Okay, as using my lint roller to take off the little bottom right there. Okay, I'm going to go right over here to the other image. I don't need the very top part of it. That's why I did not include that part. Now I'm going to take plate M022 and I just want the deer image here. So I'm going to have to take off areas that make it on there that I don't want. I'm trying to be careful so I don't take off the deer. And I'm going to use my dotting tool to try to get this little piece right here. Actually, I need a smaller one. Let me try this one. Right there. Okay. Oh, and what I meant by smaller one is each of these tools, the dotting area is different sizes. So I had this one out and needed a smaller one. And those are from Minology. So now I'm going to take this plate M466 for this deer here. Take off these pieces. Okay, now I'm going to take plate M035 and I'm going to be working through part of this image. I want the deer, and I'm thinking I'm going to use this tree. Yeah, okay, so let me do the tree first. Just going to grab I'm going to do them separate like I typically do because I want the leaves a different color. So I'm going to use Minology's Cocoa. I'm going to go ahead and place this image down. So let me get a nail out here so that it's ready. I prefer this tree over this one. That's why I'm using it. And I'll just try to remove those little bits of leaf. It's okay if any do get left because I kind of do want it to be somewhat fallish. and I'll pick the leaves up in a minute. First, I want to come to this image and grab just the water image. Okay, and for that, I want to use Miniology's Twinkle Toes B497. This was released last Christmas. Place it down here. Okay, I'm going to pick up these two deer now, and I want them, I'm going to pick a different color so they're not the same color as the branch or the tree. So I'm going to use Miniology's Grateful B484. I really like this color for, I used it for when I did my gingerbread houses last Christmas. Guess I've had it longer than I realized. So I will take off what I don't need and stamp down. And grab my little dotting tool. Hoping it don't dry before I get to it. Okay. I can always touch up that little baby piece with my brush. And I'm going to go ahead so I don't forget. Okay, I think that was all. Okay, so for the leaves, I typically do use Maybelline Tropic Talks, so I'm gonna do that, but I think I'm also, after I get some of these down, I'm going to add some other colors to give the fall effect. I don't need the branches, of course, so I'll just kind of go and dabble. And just randomly placing them. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the same leaves until I get the desired look that I want, and I will let you know what colors I use. Okay, I'm going to take this yellow, this is Pure Ice and Showstopper, and do the same thing. Okay, and I'll get that probably one more time. Okay, now I'd like just a little bit of this color, and this is my Avon Mambo Melon. I'm not real sure how this one picks up on a plate. I mean, I've used it, but I know I used it for reverse stamping. I don't remember if I've tried to pick up or not. So we'll see. Get that little glob off. Okay. Okay, I think that'll be good. Okay, I brought it up a little bit higher. Now I'm going to take plate M064. I want to pick up these trees here. I will be using Cocoa again. Okay, now I'm coming back to this plate. I want to pick up this little greenery right here. I'm still going to use Tropic Talks. Kind of just like a little bush. And I'm going to pick it up again to get it more opaque. And I'll be back. Okay, and I've added right under this deer here to come across more. Now I'm going to pick up the deer, same color as the other two deer, and that was Grateful. And I'll probably go ahead and add some yellow to that as well. At least the bush after I get the deer placed. Okay, I'll have to take off these tidbits. Okay, and I'm probably going to stamp over him again because it looks like it, I don't know if he's made like that on the image or if he's missing color on his back. So I'll be right back. All right, now I'm going to add some of that yellow for this bush. Again, to help me get that fall effect. And then I'm probably going to take my brush and just dot a couple dots of this one so it doesn't overpower the rest of it. Okay, so I've just touched my brush to the bottle brush. I'm just going to kind of like that. Okay, so now I'm going to color in the two deer. So for the ears, the eye area, and the chest on this one, and this one's got just a little area on the head. I haven't decided. I may add a little bit to the back. I'm going to use Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Instant Coffee. Y'all know I use this one a lot. And then I'll use a different color for the rest. That way we kind of get a different contrast. Trying to concentrate so don't get out of the line. I love deer. They're so sweet and so pretty looking. Well, I mean, I know like if you go messing with them, they might not be sweet, but they look sweet. I would love to pet one. I love to see the babies with their mamas. Let's see. I know they have some white too. I need to add some white to the tail. That's probably what I'll do with this one. Make some white around there. Or is that just the babies? Y'all, that's so bad. Let me go ahead and do this part of this one. Okay, kind of went over. That's okay. We'll get it. Yeah, I'm not happy with this one. I messed it up, so I'm going to repick it up. Okay, I got it, and I'll come back to it. Let it dry for a minute. So I'm going to come back to this one. I'm going to add some Color Vibe whiteout for the tail. Okay, so for the rest of it, I'm going to use LA Colors and Nudie. I know, I really need to be doing my nails as well. I've been putting it off. I used to always do it every week, and since filming, I don't know, I've gotten where I'm doing my nail tips more often than my own. I'm going to use this just to color the rest of it in. Anything that I missed on the tail. So I'll have to be careful around the leg area, so I will finish and come back. Okay, I'm going to add some Sally Hansen Central Bark. It's a dark brown to his little hooves. They're not showing by much, but just a little. Okay, we'll look at them. Yeah, I went over with the hoof, but I can probably fix that by once I get it stamped on. Oh, also this little piece with this ear here, I got too much pushing it over. So at least it wasn't over on the thing. Okay, for this one, first I'm going to add some white along the back. Just a little bit, kind of dotted, I think. Looks like she has some on this area too. So I'll just bring a little. Okay, I'm going to go back to instant coffee for the inside of her ears. Or his ears, whichever it is. Okay, and I guess let me do right here alongside the eye area. And there's a small space on the other side. I'll use the same color I do for the body. Okay, I'm back to nudie for the body. Okay, and then I will finish the legs and that little side of the face area and be back. Okay, so I did overboard on the back legs, so what I'll do is once it's stamped down, kind of just draw a thin line between them to make them separated again. It's okay, we'll fix it. And then this one. Okay. Okay, so for this image, for the green area, or greenery, I'm going to do a mixture of colors. So I'm going to use Paparazzi and Mermaid Days. I'll do some of that Mambo Melon from Avon, and I'll do some of the yellow Showstopper. I may also add a deeper green in there. I probably will. So I'll just do a little bit of this with you, and then I'll pause so you're not having to watch all of it. And again, this is just to help give a kind of a fall effect. Okay, now I'm doing some of the yellow. I think this one I'm going to make like a mixture. Okay. Okay, so this is the color I'm going to add some of this mixture to. Like it's changing colors. Okay, now I'm taking Tropic Talks to kind of get some of that darker green in there. Okay, I'm going to add it to these little bushes here and be back. Okay, I added the coloring through the top, the two bottom bushes that probably won't make it all on the nail anyway. I've added Tropic Talks, and I'm going to color in some ground in the blank space. Okay, I think I'm going to do the central bark for that. I'm going to see if I can just use my brush and kind of go along it since it's such a wide area. Yeah, see, some of them do that. It's weird. Not sure why. Okay. Okay, so that was a no-go. So I took off the bottom part. I also am not liking that yellow in there, so I'm going to tend to that in a minute. Oh, and I'm referring to this bottom. I'm going to keep the leaf area, that yellow in there, just this bottom part. I'm going to, after I stamp it, I'm going to put green on top of it because I do not like that part. All right, now we'll do this one. So for, I think only 2 of the actual flowers are going to make it on the nail. So I'm going to color those in with my yellow showstopper. No, those are supposed to be brown. They're sunflowers. I was like, got to thinking. Hold on. Okay, I got my central bark. Where'd you go? There it is. Alright, I'm doing Tropic Talks for the leaves. Okay, I'll do all the leaves I'm going to do and come back. Okay, and I've done more of the leaves and flowers because those probably will make it onto the nail. And I've added some of the Tropic Talks to the little grass areas at the bottom. For the rocks, I'm going to use Maybelline and Serene Steel. I'm going back to Mermaid Days, and I want to put this just on that little bit of grass area that is right underneath these flowers here. Now I'm going to Paparazzi Dandelion Fuzz. And I'm going to color in the sunflowers with it. That's one thing I thought about when I got this color. Love sunflowers. Okay, let me look at it. So that little piece here is where I first touched with the yellow, so I can fix that once it's stamped on. Alright, so what I want to do is, since that bottom was messed up, I want to pick it back up, but just the bottom part of it. So I'm going to do that and be right back. So if you see, it's just the outline of it. So I'm only going to take some of my Tropic Talks to do the bushes. I'm not going to mess with that middle part. So I'm going to do that and be right back. Okay, so first I'm going to apply this one. Just whatever gets on there. Okay, and I'm going to peel this off and I'll be right back. Okay, and you can press it under, but I try to get off what I can sometimes because the buildup gets up under the nail and it's hard for me to clean off. Okay, so we'll fix that bottom part. I'm going to add some Tropic Talks, get my brush back out here, and color in some of this because I don't like how it turned out. Okay, and I decided to take off that top outline. I do not need it. I just kind of want the outline and a little bit of this green if I can get it. Okay, so I'm going to give that just a minute to set and to dry more, and then I'm going to try to peel off that section. Okay, what I'm going to actually do is I got these little scissors just for things like this. That way, because if I peel, it may end up ripping the whole thing off. I'm just going to get whatever extra of it off that I can, hopefully. Okay, then the rest I can put under, and I'm fine with that. Ugh, so shaky. Okay. Then. All right. Okay, so this one that's laying down is going on this nail. Which is why I wanted to lay the green down first so that it wouldn't cover the deer. Okay, and I'm looking to see if I do need to do that hoof or not. I think it really kind of looks okay, but let me find that color. So I'll just touch it up a little bit and be back. Okay, so I just put like a little bit of the nudie color over it, part of it, and I need to get this one on. I'm gonna try to get on what flowers I can. Okay, I just cut those little bits off that side there. So let me fix that little dot with my central bark color. Clean off my brush first. Okay, I'm just going to touch my brush to it. It's just a small thing. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to leave the hoof just like I did there. This one's done. All right, now we're going to do this one. She's going to go here. Okay, and I said I was going to fix that leg, so let me figure that out real quick. And also, there's a little bit of the clouds showing. Let's see, not this side. That's the flower, but right here, it's a little bit of a cloud. I'm going to color that piece in with, I'll tell you what color when I figure it out. Okay, so I've taken my brush to add a little bit of color right here between the leg area to give that spacing back. And for the little cloud, I used Color Vibes Lunar, but it's not really, you can't even really, it's just blending in with the color that's already on there. So I may do something different with that part. Okay, I just put a little touch of this over it. This is Paparazzi in Simply Lovely. Still doesn't really show up a lot, but it'll be okay. Alright, I'm going back to Grateful. I'm just going to pick up this deer and place it. So I'll do that and be back. And I chose that deer just because I wanted him to face this direction. So I'm going to grab this tree here. Still going to use cocoa for that. So I'm going to pick up the branch and be back. Okay, and I'm just going to place. Okay, and same thing, I'm going to go through and add some leaves and be back. Okay, and I took a little bit of this branch here to make this one just a little bit longer. Add in some green leaves, and now I'm going to do some yellow ones, just like the other one. Just kind of randomly put them on there. Okay. Okay, and then a few of that other color. Okay, and I have some of this right here for a little bit of a grass effect. I'm going to get a little bit of this one. And this is Tropic Talks. I'm just tilting it because I didn't want to get it on the deer. Just pressing down on here. Okay, just took my brush and just colored this piece right here to get it blended better. Okay, I feel like this one needs to be pulled together a little bit more, like something up here. I think I'm gonna pick up this branch. This is plate M323. Just pick this up. Using cocoa still, and see if that's what it needs. Just get part of it maybe. I didn't really need this piece, but it's still got on there. Okay, then I'll add a little bit of my clear coat, And I still have this little bit that came from this one. I'm going to add it onto there. So I'll add the clear coat and let it get tacky, and I'll be back. And I was able to use my fingernail to scrape that piece off. For the most part, it's a little tiny dot, but oh, there it goes. Good. Okay. So I'm going to make it where it kind of just blends in with the branch, like falling leaves. Well, like this one's fallen anyway. Now I'm not too sure about the yellow. I like that part. Let me take that yellow. Okay, good. Because it don't really fit. So that little piece of yellow that's showing, I'll just get my brush and go back to that color and color that one in and be back. Okay, we're going to leave it like that. Okay, I lied. I've added some yellow to my brush, and I'm coloring some on there just because looking down here, that having some yellow, I feel like now that maybe it does need some. That's okay. You kind of just go with the flow and how it's looking. So yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so here I go. So now I feel like this one's empty at the top. So I'm adding that part of that same branch. That's going to pull it together once I get some more leaves on there. So I will do the leaves and come back. Okay, and that one's going to stay like that. Okay, so we had this one. These two with the water and tree. This one laying down. Guess this one's supposed to be like a baby because this one's bigger. And I know it takes makes the video longer, but just the details I add does take a lot of time. If my kids were little, no way I'd be able to do all this. Okay, here's the completed look. This is our deer nails. So I wanted to keep the colors of the leaves throughout. Now I know here I didn't because it's the sunflowers, but to me sunflowers are kind of like, can go for, like a fall time, Thanksgiving time, all this, that kind of season. So I felt like those pull enough of that, kind of a tone, and then pulling the trees throughout. And I wanted these two deer, since they were ones I could reverse stamp, to have like some more, detail and more of a background to them. But yet these little ones that aren't reverse stamped still have some pretty details. I like the water. And again, I'm not a professional. I just enjoy doing nail art, and it's just kind of my thing to, I enjoy and look forward to. And it takes, time and practice, and I still have a lot to learn, but I just enjoy it and have fun. And you can do this. It just is taking the time, because it does take, a while to put all the pieces together. So I am going to call this a fall deer mani. And I apologize for it being so long. I really, really appreciate you watching this. I really hope you enjoyed. I appreciate your support. I will list the plates and any Maniology polishes I did use in the description box, along with my 10% off discount code if you are interested. Thank you again, and until the next one, have a blessed day. Bye.